Hi everybody, Cindy Ellers here from Cindy's Stamping Studio, located in the central part of Wisconsin. Today's date is Monday, April 13th, 2026. I'm right in the middle of a thunderstorm right now, so if you hear it thundering or if you hear the rain falling on our metal roof, and Clark County is in for possible hail in the next 45 minutes, so all kinds of fun. We had a storm Saturday night where we lost power, so if you lose me, you'll know why. And then so now it's just, all kinds of storms going on this time. So while I get myself set up on my Kindle, and we'll get going so that we don't have to worry. Okay. Oh boy, I just brought up my Kindle, and there's a friend of mine that lives in Neillsville. It is hailing so hard that you could shovel it, she says. So I don't like that. But luckily I talked my husband into putting his truck in the garage, so we don't have to worry about that either. So yeah, let's see if I can find me. There I am. Oh, here I am. There. Okay. And I'm going to attempt to find me on my laptop. We'll see how lucky I am. So, yeah, I got somebody hopped on now. I got my Kindle, and there's a friend of mine that, so, yeah, I got somebody. There we go. You don't need to hear me talking twice. And there's Linda Hodge. Nice to see you, Linda. As I said, I'm right in the middle of a thunderstorm right now. So if you hear it raining on our metal roof, don't be surprised. And when I switched over to Kindle or on Facebook, we're getting hail in Neillsville, and that's only 9 miles from here. So I'm glad I talked the husband into putting the truck in the garage. So yeah. So anyway, tonight's and there's Denise. Thank you for joining me, Denise. Nice to see you. We're going to play with the stamp set Reason to Celebrate and Framed All Around. Reason to Celebrate, I believe, is in the mini catalog. There's Debbie Vine, yep, and Kathy Sanford, and you are most certainly welcome. The new catalogs, May, August catalogs are out. I got the one that I always send to myself, so if I'm sending one to you, it should be on its way. And next, 2 weeks is our kit class. I'll show you those cards. And what's happening in the stamping world is the last chance update. And they've added more things, so that's something to check out. And so that's about all that's happening in the stamping world, is that the new catalogs are on their way, they're out, and last chance update. So what have I been doing the last week? It's like, oh my gosh. Last week, Wednesday, was our technique class, and and I have those cards to share with you. We also celebrated Justin's birthday on Friday, and we filled the paper share. So if you signed up for the paper share, be sure to send me your check so I can get that ordered. And there's Carol Martin and Kay Wire. Nice to see you both. And be sure to say hi, and you get in on my drawing. And if you share, if you have time, share, because then that's the second part. All right? Okay, so I want to go and I want to go and flip my camera around, just checking off all the things to make sure oh, Debbie Vine, she lives on the other side of Neilsville, and she's getting dime-size hail. It's done now. Well, we haven't gotten the hail yet, but I am so glad that I talked Jim into putting his truck in the garage. We don't need any damage. So I'm going to go and flip my camera. We have a lot to look at. And if you hear the rain, I'm sorry, because it's just pouring here. Okay, let's see. Where am I? Where's my... There it is. And there. Now you can see it outside. And flipping this around. And raising this up. There we go. Yeah. Alrighty. As I mentioned, last week was our technique class. And it was partial embossing. This was the first card we made. And the really neat thing about partial embossing is you're going to emboss the top and the bottom and leave this smooth for stamping, coloring, or whatever you want. You can also stamp it just this side and leave this smooth. So there's a lot of varieties. There's a lot of ways you can do this. It's just kind of a fun technique. And there, that's what we had, was those two cards for our technique class. And they turned out great. Now for the fancy fold. I found this very clever, simple accordion fold. And what a great way to use up designer series paper. So that's what our fold looked like. So yeah, oh, just quit raining. So we'll see what happens next. So yeah, this was our technique class and fun fold. Okay, the next thing we have coming up is kit class. Now kit class, there's Tracy Krantz. Nice to see you. Kit class is in 2 weeks from Wednesday, the 29th of April. So here are the card selections. We meet in person, but you can also order these cards as a to-go class. So we have this Thinking of You, which will also serve as a sympathy card. We have this gem, just a little hello. So glad we're friends. And one thing with the class, either in person or to go, you stamp it the way you want it. I just received an order, and she said, leave the inside blank, because she will put in what she wants. So that makes it even better. We have this pretty happiest birthday wishes using the Notes of Spring. And what a color combination. Misty Moonlight and Peach Pie. Now I'm bringing back this Hello Friend card. It was in the March selection, but I thought it was so pretty that I brought it back for April. And this is a birthday card, but you could make it whatever you wanted. And because graduation is just around the corner, here's the graduation card. And this Happiest Birthday Wishes. Just a simple card using some pool party ribbon. It's retired. I'm sorry, but I have to use up some of my supplies that I have. So sometimes the embellishments are retired. And that's that birthday card. But then we got this one. This one is for the speedster in your life. And yeah. And this is left uncolored, but you could certainly color it if you wanted to. But it looks pretty cool just the way it is. So yeah. That's what we got. I like this card. I think it's so pretty. I'm going to have to make some more of those for myself. And this is the kit class that's coming up on April 29th. You can also get it as a class to go. Okay, so tonight, these are the stamp sets we're using. I've already showed the technique cards, and check that off my list. We have a new special from April 15th. That's next week, April 15th to April 17th. Stampin' Up! Is offering 2 times the stamping rewards on all orders. So you're going to get twice the rewards. I don't know how much you get usually, but you're going to get double. So that's pretty cool. Okay, this is our set. Oh, now you want to know who won a door prize. Well, I'll put this over here. We have these beautiful iridescent gems. They're going to go to Michelle Jones from Wisconsin. These are the smaller ones. And then the bigger ones, and she's watching, they're going to go to Denise Weiger from Colorado. So, congratulations, ladies. This is for Michelle Jones. Whoops, I guess you don't need them up that high. And this one is for Denise Weiger. So, I have to get them ready, hopefully, to go out in the mail tomorrow. Tonight we're using Secret Sea, which I like this color. It's just kind of dark enough that it just really makes it. It is this week in 2 days. Oh, I bet you it's your birthday in 2 days. Well, happy birthday if that's right. Yeah, that's great. Okay, let me see. Here is my packet of the card we're making tonight. Okay. The base is Pretty in Pink, 5.5 by 6.5, and scored at 2 1/4. And so we have that scored just like that. And then we have a piece of a scrap, a 3x3 piece of Secret Sea, a piece of white that is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. The inside white piece is 3 3/4 by 5. That's going to go right in there. And we have a piece of strawberry slush that's going to go right there, which is 2 5 1/4. And the layer is 4 by 5 1/4. That's going to go on the inside. So just a little something different, right? Don't worry about writing this down. I share all the measurements on my Thursday replay. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to take this piece, and the embossing folder that I used is Stone and Vine, and I've already run it through, but I found that this line that Stampin' Up! Gives us is perfect for lining it up. And that's how I always you put my paper or cardstock in with. Okay, so we have it all done. Well, hi, Millie, and I'm glad you enjoyed my card making. We're making a really pretty card. Hopefully, we're going to get this card made before we get any bad weather, but I think we're going to just hope. Granton got dime-size hail, and I saw on Facebook that they got big hail. I mean, it's shovel. They could shovel it. So that's terrible. Oh, the SU Rewards is this week, not next week. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. April 15th to the 17th. You are certainly right, Denise. Thank you for clearing that up for me. So this week, Wednesday to the 17th, is double the rewards. Okay, so we went and put this here. Now we're going to put it right there. Well, I'm trying to see everything. Oh, yeah. Well, one thing I got right, Denise, you're a winner tonight. So that's pretty cool. Let me cover this up. Yes, oh, I'm so glad you cleared that up for me. We're going to put this right here. And that looks just like that. Okay, so now we're going to take our strawberry slush, which is our layer, 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, and I'm just going to set it in there for now. That's fine, right like that. The white inside piece is 3 3/4 by 5, and I'm going to use Memento Black and my paper piercing pad. Say that fast how many times, right? Memento Black. I don't know why that cover fits so tight. Not getting it. Okay, from the framed all around, I'm taking this vine and I'm going to stamp it like that. Yep, just like that. And then I'm going to ink it up again. Only I turned it around and I inked it up again. Okay? All right, so now, since we got this, it's the inside, we're going to go and stamp from the framed all around, sending wishes for the happiest birthday. Going to kind of put it to the left. Oh, turned out perfect. And we'll just cover this for now. And I'm using Stampin' Blends light strawberry slush, dark pretty and pink, and dark Lost Lagoon. All right. I'm going to use the pencil end. And we'll color these real nice. It won't take me any time at all. So, what else we have going on? Well, I get my piece of paper here. Like I said, we celebrated Justin's birthday on Friday, and him and the family had just gotten back a week ago from their spring break to North Carolina, and they brought back fresh shrimp and scallops, and Christy grilled them with garlic. Oh my, it was so good. And I like scallops, and but they got to be fresh, you know. These were so fresh they about melted in your mouth, and the shrimp were nice big ones. So that was his birthday meal, so that was nice. Then of course, we are in bottling mode for our maple syrup. I would say we're about halfway done bottling. We had to go for a ride last week and get more glassware to bottle and more plastic jugs. So that was that. And my 2 grandkids, Andy left on Sunday for Green Bay for FBLA. She earned her right to go to state. And getting her to explain to me what she did, But FBLA is Future Business Leaders of America. So she has to take 100-question quiz or test if she knows what she's talking about as far as running a business. Well, I thought, well, that's pretty cool. Well, not to be undone, Easton goes Thursday to state for FFA. And I have no clue what he's going for. But as smart as that kid is, I'm sure it's good. Okay, let me get caught up. Ronnie Kaiser, nice to see you. Don't know whether we have electrical service or not with the weather storm outside, but I found you. Stay safe. Well, you know, we had storms Saturday night, Ronnie, and we lost power for 2.5 hours. So that does not surprise me at all. And Neilsville had, I saw it on Facebook, Neilsville had so much hail you could shovel it. So that's not good. And Debbie Vine just said that they had dime-size hail. So it's really kind of wicked out there. But so far, where I am, it's quit raining. We're waiting for the next batch. I'm not sure. Okay, so we're going to put our layer. You know, usually layers are on the front. Well, this time, the layer is going on the inside. I think that just makes it so much more fun. So let's put this in. Yep, and we're right on time. Kathy Sanford says scallops are so yummy. I know, I love them. But I like them, you know, when they're fresh, and they're not, usually when they're not fresh, they're kind of chewy. These, oh, they just melt in your mouth. They were wonderful. Okay, we're not done. Oh, look at how I did that. Covered it right up and everything. So now I'm going to take this piece of white, which is the 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. We're going to take we're going to first take our secret C. And then we're going to stamp happy birthday. Yep. Right in the middle. Like that. See, that secret C, man, that just so vibrant. So it just stamps really nice. Then I'm going to take black, and my Memento black, and I'm going to stamp that, and my flower is going to go right here, like so. And let me cover this up. I can't be trusted. I'll get myself in trouble. I love the colors. Oh, I know, right? Who would have thought that, where's my paper? Who would have thought Pretty in Pink, which is your base, and Strawberry Slush would go so well together? It's I can't take credit for it. It's all my color coach. Thank you, Nancy. Nice to see you. Oh, I just did that wrong. See, I start talking. I screwed that up. We'll see if we can't fix it. I'm using Strawberry Slush Light for the flower. Oh, that turned out good. And then I'll just use a little bit of pink for the inside. Now we gotta see if I can fix that mistake, right? We're gonna get the Lost Lagoon out. I'm gonna use the pencil end because that's lighter. Oh, I still have to finish that one. That's not so bad. Okay, so let's go and use the paintbrush in. Like I said, it doesn't take any time at all, and it's just makes the card so much nicer. But one thing's for sure, I can't talk and color at the same time. So if you're wondering, no, I can't. We gotta fix this. Yeah, that works. Okay, so now I'm going to go and take my Secret C, which is 3x3. Well, thank you, Kay. I got a feeling you probably left already to go bowling, but I'm glad that you were able to join us. And then you can catch the replay to see how the card really looks. So now I'm going to put this right. Okay, so now this is a little bit too big for my liking. I have to fix this. I don't know, 3x3, it can't be 2 3/4 either. We're gonna fix it. Okay. There, that's better. Much better. Okay, let's put this back. And I'll get my paper. Snips. Yeah, I know, Linda. I couldn't get this one. I never thought strawberry and slush and pretty in pink would look so good together. I was wrong. Yep, there. And now, oh yeah, much better. Okay, so we're going to put that on there. So this part gets glue. And the other part does not. We're going to put that right there. I hold it. And then I have some embellishments to put on it. I have some strawberry slush and misty moonlight dots and some strawberries that I've been kind of saving. Well, save them no more. I'm using them. Whoopsie. Okay, we're going to put one right there, and we're going to put a bigger one right here, and strawberry time. It'll be strawberry time in Wisconsin. Well, not for a couple months, but pretty soon. Usually about my birthday. Well, there. Now look at that. Isn't that cute? I think the strawberries really added a lot. So, yeah, there's my card for tonight, everybody. With 3 minutes to spare, I thank you for tuning in tonight. And I also thank Mother Nature for sparing us and not making us lose power or anything, right? Okay. Have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you back here next Monday night. Take care, everybody.